Hello and welcome to our fifth talk. Let me know that you're watching. Type a hi in the comments. Let me know what you've thought about this week so far and these little talks because I really want to know your thoughts. So, as a quick recap, day 1 was energize, day 2 is about relaxation, day 3 was about improvement, and day 4 was about confidence. Okay, so day 5 today we are going to be talking about living life to the fullest. I would love to know what that means to you. So write in the comments, what does living life to the fullest mean to you? To me, that means being happy every single day. Obviously, we do have our ups and downs, but most of the time being happy and being able to do what I want when I want. That to me is living life to the fullest. So it's about embracing the joy, right? Because I feel like if you are living life to the fullest, like I said, it's happiness. I link that to happiness and adventure, because when you're living life to the fullest, you are doing what you want to do when you want to do it. Okay, so it's about going for these new experiences. And if you're sat in your home 24/7, to me, that's not living life to the fullest, right? Because you're in this tiny little bubble. To me, it means expanding out, growth. That is what living life to the fullest means. So I also think it has to do with being completely present as well. If you are somebody who is constantly living in the past or living for the future, you're not really living for the moment. If you're living constantly thinking about the past, we tend to have a lot of fear come up and a lot of regret or guilt. If you're living life in the future, there's normally a lot of anxiety and stress for what could happen or what could be, what could come. So when we are completely present in the moment, which by the way is not an easy thing to do, it's really not easy to be completely present. But when we are completely present, we don't have that anxiety. We don't have that fear. We are literally just living for what is happening right in this second. And that is so, so powerful, but also not an easy thing to do. It does definitely take practice. If anybody has read, I've got it here, The Power of Now book, amazing. This book is epic. Okay, this is definitely one of the best ones. I'm trying to think, I've got so many amazing books here. This one, definitely take a read of that one if you haven't done so already. It is absolutely amazing. But we can also feel very when you're living in the present, it's really so much easier to kind of cherish the moments as it happens. Right, I'm just gonna look at my notes a minute because I feel like I'm rambling on here. So what I would like to know actually from you guys, if you haven't typed in already what living in the moment is for you, type in something that you really want. It could be a hobby. Maybe it's a yoga pose. We do talk about yoga a lot here. Maybe it's a certain yoga pose that you want to achieve. Maybe it's going somewhere, going on holiday somewhere. Maybe it's seeing the pyramids, or I don't know, whatever it is. Type in the comments now what new experience or new thing you really, really want right now. Okay, because like I said yesterday and the day before for improve and confidence, when we know what we're aiming for, then we can set a goal, we can work through these to actually achieve it. So life is all about ups and downs, right? There's bad things that happen, there's good things that happen. There's no getting away from that, okay? We lost a pet the other day and it was absolutely heartbreaking. Now, if I'm going to go through my little tips here, okay? Energize. I shifted some energy. I cried my little eyes out and that definitely released some emotion. Relaxed. I listened to a sleep meditation about grief to help me get to sleep that night. Improve. Okay, I never want anything like this happening again. What can I do to help that, to stop that? Okay, I've already thought of a lot of ideas. 4 is confidence, knowing that it wasn't my fault, knowing that this couldn't have been helped. I did everything in my power that I could have done at the time. Okay, but now that I know these 4 things, right, I can stop this happening with any other pet, hopefully. Some things are out of your control. Okay, we lost a cat a few months, well, maybe over a year ago now, actually, and he got run over. That can't be helped. Okay, but also it's, you know, how could you improve that? For us, I mean, I'm not saying you have to do this, but we moved. We moved to a quieter place where there were less cars. Okay, so there's all these little things, and I know that specific example is very extreme, but there are little things that possibly you could improve on, or you can get help with, right? So then the next one is live life. Okay, what can I do now to live my life to the fullest? I could help other animals. Okay, give them the best life possible. Yes, we might have lost one and it was heartbreaking and horrible, but what can I do now? Now, in this present moment, I can look after and be the best pet owner I can be to the pets that I still have, and I can figure out something for the future. I know this is like often a little tangent about pets now, but I'm just giving you a bit of a personal experience just so that you can understand how you can put these things in practice, okay? They can literally, these 5 things, be put into practice in anything, okay? Especially big life goals, okay? Not just something like your pet, okay? They can be massive life goals. If you're somebody who wants to, I don't know, get out of a 9-to-5 corporate job and start your own business, whatever, what can you do to do that? Do you know what I mean? Energize, shift some energy, figure out, get some movement out, figure out what you can do to start this journey, okay? Shift energy. We want to clear that mind, don't we? How do you clear the mind? You shift energy and you calm the nervous system. Relax, calm that nervous system, slow down so that you can think clearly. 3rd, improve. What can you do? Maybe you can do a little bit of something every single day to build up to this goal while you're still in your job and still earning money, so you haven't got the stress, okay? We still got to think logically. So improve. Little things every day to build up to this big business. 4th, confidence. Can you make this happen? What can you do to make this happen? How can you gain more confidence? Maybe you do more learning. Maybe you get a coach. You know, there's all these things that you can do to improve your confidence. Next is live life. Next is go for it. Once you know that those other 4 things are in place and you know that you can make this happen, then it's go for it, right? That is what today is about, going for it. You have one life. And I know everybody hears that all the time and it's like over the head, but literally you have one life. That is it. Okay, unless you're majorly spiritual and believing in other things. But in this physical form that you are in right now, you have one shot. Okay, one shot. Do not leave anything up to fate. You have to make these things happen yourself. Okay, I do believe in fate, but you do have to also put stuff out there for the universe. You have to manifest, right? I'm not going to go into the whole manifestation right now, but you really do have to put yourself out there and make it happen. Okay, so the other way to live life, and I'm not talking about like big dreams like that anymore, right? But because you can have this in smaller things, but to live your life to the fullest, you have to be in the best health that you can be. Okay, so it is also about self-care, making self-care a priority. And that doesn't mean like leaving your child to absolutely trash the house while you have an hour meditation, relaxation, whatever. I don't know what I'm on about now, but whatever. Do you know what I mean? It is about inner self-care, working on your mind and your body, listening to these kind of talks. These things can be so powerful. There's loads of podcasts I listen to, and actually I've restarted my podcast, Leah Talks, and I'm speaking to spiritual people about their journey and how it helped improve their life. So if you haven't already, listen to one of them a day, because words are so powerful. And when you can see what other people are up to, it can give you hope, give you inspiration, give you motivation to work on yourself as well. So self-care is definitely the top priority. And I'm not talking bubble baths and stuff, okay? I'm talking about inner work self-care. And that even means eating healthy as well, okay? We have to nourish our bodies. And I know that that can be really hard. I am struggling big time with giving up sugar, but I am working small improvements every single day, right, to work up to that. So the last thing I want to mention on this about living life to your fullest, and I mean, again, I could talk about this for hours, and it is something that I'm going to do in my program. So if you haven't seen anything about that yet, actually, come to the webinar, my free training on the 7th of May, because that's going to be a little bit more information on this, and then that's going to lead into the course. But yeah, the last thing I want to say on this is celebrate your achievements. Okay, like I said on, I think it was day 3 possibly, about how we tend to focus more on the negatives than the positives. It is so true. And what we need to do is, when there is a positive, when there is a win, something to be celebrated, make sure you celebrate the hell out of that. Okay? Celebrate it. Even if it is the tiniest thing. We need to celebrate our wins. Okay? Even if it's small, tiniest little step in your business, or tiniest little step in your career ladder, or the way you're parenting, anything at all. Maybe you worked out today, and maybe that's an achievement for you. Celebrate it, okay? And by celebrate, I don't mean like going down a bottle of wine or go and get a takeout or eat a big bar of chocolate to kind of undo the work, okay? I just mean celebrate it. Be happy in yourself. Be so grateful that you have done that, okay? Because that is how we remember these positive things. We have more positivity in our life. It gives us motivation to move on to the next thing. And that is how we live life to the fullest. Thank you so much for listening. I would love to know your thoughts, especially on these 5 days. Like, what was your biggest takeaway from these videos? Let me know in the comments, and I'm going to leave a link in the comments as well for the training. Okay, so if you loved these talks and you want to know a little bit more about this kind of process with these 5 steps, then come and check it out, and I will see you on the 7th of May.